For all intents and purposes. The masquerade kinda demands it. By kinda, I mean it does not actually allow any excuses. I don't know, that door's open now, that's cute.
So glad you finally decided to show up.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to meet your comrade, walk through those doors.
I'll bring him out here.
Subject will not enter the next area. This may be due to a theoretical sixth sense, or perhaps it is simply afraid.
No, I smell a trap.
By nature or instinct.
Come out here, show yourself.
Step through the doors.
How about no?
Subject refuses to move to the next chamber.
Yes.
I assure you, your comrade is still alive. If you want him released, you will do as
This is such an obvious trap, isn't it? Coming for you. I don't like traps. I don't know about you, but I don't like traps.
I am told you are a rather resourceful individual. This should make you a most intriguing specimen. You and your kind may play mortals for weaklings and fools, and that may be fitting for some. But you underestimate me.
This does not look good, does it?
Subject is male. Appearance suggests early to late 20s. True age unknown.
Fair enough.
As with the other, there are no vital signs. No heartbeat, no body heat. Test chamber air sample is 97% carbon monoxide. Normal respiration cannot take place.
Who needs normal respiration? Fuck you.
Clinically dead. Hello in there. I'm going to run some tests on you. I'm interested in how you work, but only because it's my task to find the most efficient way to kill your kind. Please, give me everything you've got. Begin the experiment. Test chamber has been filled with ultraviolet light, releasing moderate UV radiation. Does that burn at all?
Yeah, not really. God damn it.
Subject exhibits no sign of pain or even physical discomfort.
I know.
Shut down the lights. Conclusion: UV radiation does not produce the desired effect.
Actually, the only...
Please, move on to the next. Your kind is resourceful.
Ouch.
If you cooperate, I will give you a dog for your good behavior. I find my subjects prefer dog blood. The walls are reinforced concrete, several feet thick. There is no other exit, believe me.
Jesus Christ. This game is not really meant to be controlled relatively precisely, is it now? No. Simple answer, no. Really, really, no. I mean, I kinda knew it would be a pain in the ass. Shouldn't I tell someone about this? You know, shouldn't I tell some of the big bosses about this and go like, Bosh, man, there might be a problem. Then again, who am I even going to ask?
So glad you...
Yeah, no.
Are you stuck?
Show yourself.
Step.
Oh.
I assure you.
And now we have to go through this shit again, eh?
Good.
Oh,
I am told you are a rather
Jesus.
resourceful individual. This should make you a most intriguing specimen. You and your kind may play mortals for weaklings and fools, and that may be fitting for some. But you underestimate me.
Not a fan of the random ray lasers.
Just early to late 20s. True age unknown.
Then he just goes like,
As with the other, there are no vital signs. No heartbeat, no body heat. Test chamber air sample is 97% carbon monoxide. Normal respiration cannot take place. Subject is by all
worry about it.
Clinically dead. Hello in there.
Who needs
I'm
that
going to
anyway?
run some tests on you. I'm interested in how you work, but only because it's my task to find the most efficient way to kill your kind. Please, give me everything you've got.
I mean, as we just learned, your lasers do a pretty good job.
Test chamber has been filled with ultraviolet light, releasing moderate UV radiation. Does that burn at all?
Nope.
Subject exhibits no sign of pain or even physical discomfort.
Well, yeah,
Shut
well,
down the
told you
lights.
so.
Conclusion: UV radiation does not produce the desired effect.
You don't
Please
see.
move on to the next chamber.
I wonder what he says if I just
If you
stay here.
cooperate, I will give you a dog for your good behavior. I find my subjects prefer dog blood over the rats I normally give them.
Well, I mean, that kind of depends on who you're asking, but yeah, I think most would prefer dog. Unless we're talking about a Nosferatu, in which case, yeah, go right all the way. Okay, safe game. This time.
Your kind is resourceful. Your survival instinct borders on animalistic. I'm curious about your innate abilities. Let us see what you can do. The walls
Slipped through there like a motherfucker.
are reinforced concrete, several feet thick.
Oh.
There is no other exit. Believe me, it is my... Only the most simple creatures can survive dismemberment. I am told you can regenerate parts of your body. I'd much like to observe this. I wonder, how many limbs can you lose before you cease to function?
If this continues, not very many. How do I stop these motherfuckers? Well, not like this. I just dance around them. Can I go back? Nope. I mean, they don't hurt that bad. You get hit like once or twice. They do kind of hurt bad if you get hit a bit more though. Have anything interesting? Jesus, you know, man, it kind of hurts. Yeah, but not just my feelings. That really fucking hurts. Ah, fuck, I don't even remember having to do this shit. I don't like doing this shit.
Only the most simple creatures can survive dismemberment.
I was about to say, if I can stop that thing there, that would be awesome. So how long do I have to fucking avoid getting sliced and diced?
Only the most simple creatures can survive dismemberment. I am told you can regenerate parts of your body. I'd much like to observe this. I wonder, how many limbs can you lose before you cease to function?
Yeah. I mean, technically speaking, quite a bit. As long as I can blood heal. What hit me last time?
You've shown great resilience so far. Let's see how you do against some live targets. Proceed to the next room.
I just didn't feel any-
Sometimes myths are constructed around legitimate observations. Let us find out if there's any truth in an old superstition. Initiate Van Helsing experiment. Does that hurt? Van Helsing hypothesis tests false. Well, when God fails, put your faith in the gun. Proceed, Commander. The men are veteran mercenaries.
Veteran mercenaries, you say?
Promising. Suggest field test.
You think I'm just going to lie down and let you shoot me, eh? For some reason he really does seem to believe I would just lie down and let him shoot me. Not the button I wanted to push. God fucking damn it. I wanted a blood heal.
Belmonte. You are turning out to be a very useful guinea pig.
Mm-hmm.
But we have a conflict of interest. You continue to endure even though it's my instruction to incapacitate you. This calls for a more drastic approach. Continue to the next room. I'm very enthusiastic about this next test.
Which gives me the very distinct feeling that I will not be very enthusiastic about that particular next
Many
test.
regimes use electricity to torture information out of their captive. It would be useful if this applies to your kind as well. Or will the voltage have results similar to fire? Let's find out.
You would like to kill your equipment, but you know, seems pricey. I see a fire train map. Well, that's not going to be fun. Yeah, at this point I'm just wasting bullets for no fucking reason. Really for no fucking reason. Wop, wop, wop. It's not without a reason, you just need stronger gun. Ouch. What do you mean stronger gun? How stronger though? I probably shouldn't look down while I'm jumping from platform to platform. Probably not a good plan. Explain, little one. Explain to me in easier to understand words. I need a shotgun for this. I mean, I do have one. Anything like a shotgun? Yeah, I do have a shotgun. At least I'm pretty sure I have a shotgun. Wait a second. Let me check that before I lie to your face. Yeah. Look there. Shotgun. We're supposed to be hitting these things or what? Okay, so I'm pretty sure I could get this done. I really don't like this. I don't like playing with electricity. Oh, fair enough. Whoop. Yeah. Either I'm a very, very bad shot, or I'm which I won't deny. These things actually take quite a few bullets. But thank you very much. And cool moon. That was rather helpful. Otherwise I would have probably spent the next 50 minutes jumping from platform to platform. Yeah, shut up. No, look, that was actually a pretty good shot. Oh my shooting ability. I have a distinct feeling I don't want to step into the next room, though. Thank you very much for your good advice, otherwise you wouldn't be alone with that particular record, I can tell you that much.
Stand by. Run a check on the extinguishers one more time. I've already determined fire is a weakness of your kind.
You don't say.
I would like to know more about the psychological effect it has on you, and how it may be exploited.
Hey, fucking serious. I shoot these motherfuckers as well? Okay, I really should go back to fucking melee weapons at this point. Ouch. Okay, that was kind of fun. I did like the fact that I just blew up his little experiment. And I deserve it. He's been a bit of an asshole to me. Okay, so let's see. Let's heal a little bit. It's probably a good idea to use my little fortitude. That was a lot of damage.
Run a check on the extinguishers one more time. I've already determined fire is a weakness of your kind.
Actually, do I need to waste my shotgun ammo for that? Instead of the cold special, you know, like a real special boy. Okay, can I jump out there? Yes, I fucking can. Hello, bitches. Let me shoot by a little late. You motherfuckers take a lot of damage, don't ya? I'm not holding it against you, but I would prefer if you stopped. You dead? Give me a second. Another thing, in the chest, you can actually stack these rotation pistols plants like fortitude. When you move a lot on it. Ooh. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, I don't think they would have let me go, would they? Button do anything? Oh. Okay. First and foremost. I mean, that is kinda cute. Okay, so let's heal a little bit, make a quick save and try to murder some more motherfuckers. I mean, for the most time, you don't really need the effects that long, per se.
My employer's punishment for your escape would be 1,000 times more painful than anything you could find. I refuse to give you the satisfaction.
Fuck. See? I don't remember this shit. One of those questions, isn't it? Mostly because I haven't played this game in fucking forever, which is probably the main reason. I don't remember this shit. It's not gonna make my life easier, is it though? Let me guess, you're gonna have more soldiers and shit. Oh no! Look, it's actually the man himself! Ooh, can I drain you? Can I drain you? Let me drain you! Let me drain you! Fucking fine! Sword to the head. Indeed. I saw somebody was actually still running around making fucking mods for this as old game, and I was like, holy shit. That gives me a good reason to play this again. So I was like, yes, yes, yes indeed. Oh, actually, do I want to let you out? I mean, my last experience with the Nosferatu was running through the fucking sewers. Fine. Let's think to expansion. Pretty much. I mean, to be fair, you know, the game is 20 years old. I don't expect we're gonna get anything official. Mostly because Troika Games is not existent any longer. Let's be honest, Years of Now, from what I've heard of the The Bloodlines 2, I wasn't really too impressed. I think it will lose out quite a lot when it comes to charm and other things compared to this game. And so if you have the option, you know, to get a mod that does lots and lots of cool shit, and probably I'm missing half of that. I see another one that is not really impressed with what was shown so far, eh? Yeah, best to avoid that topic, isn't it?
They get you too. I've got no excuse. A Nosferatu getting caught by a bunch of humans.
Pretty gay, yeah. Pretty gay indeed. Our room. Gary sent me to come get you. Let's get out of here.
Wait, we can't go yet. There are servers here. We need to hack in and delete all of their research. Should be a mainframe on this
Right.
floor.
Yeah. The first time I heard of it, I was like, oh, this could be something, man. Especially, you know, after a real classic like this could be interesting, eh? And then they, yeah. Best never to talk about it again. Honestly, even if the game came out, I'm not even convinced I could get myself to buy it at this point. Not even out of curiosity. It would probably be like, do I really? Do I really? No. I mean, I'm a pretty good hacker. Well, sure. Where is it?
Let's check the computers. Anything on Kindred needs to get wiped. Anyone interferes, you leave them to me. Grrr. If I saw the
he's
lungs
pissed.
out of everyone in this place, it still wouldn't feel like revenge.
Alright, let's go delete those files then. After all, somebody needs to care for the masquerade.
Freeze!
I hear somebody. I hear multiple people. The cops now also come with fucking Uzis, eh? Oh, that was quick. I'm so used to my enemies actually being somewhat, you know, up. You please. Okay, I just wanted to check up. Jesus. Oh. I hate companion characters. That's actually managed. That is actually, you're making a very good point there. They actually did manage that, isn't it? From somewhat excited to oh. You're making a good point, yeah. Absolutely. They did manage to, I'm pretty sure, drive pretty much everyone who had even the slightest interest in the game absolutely up the fucking wall. To the point of, well, I don't fucking care any longer. Typing is difficult by speaking. That's true. That is a consistency. You have to give him that. I don't know if that's something to be proud of, but Jesus Christ.
Let's go.
Will you stop them? I just keep typing. I do love these old games. Yeah, they have some charm, one has to admit. And honestly, I mean, considering, you know, the game is like 20 years old, it doesn't actually look that bad, all things considered. It's just aged rather well. I mean, I haven't played it to completion in like, I mean, fucking know, like 6 years or so. At the very least. 10. Okay, so did we open the door? No. Are we rudely interrupted? Opened, okay.
Let's go.
Yeah, you said so already. So one other door is open. Where's next door? This door. Good. How do I put this? I feel like I've been cheated. Oh god, no, I'm trapped, aren't I? No. Good boy. Missed any doors? Ah, this door probably. Oh, that's a lot of servers. Anything else in here I would like to get my little greedy hands on? It doesn't look like it. Okay, let's see here. Door code. See how good my hacking actually is. 7337. Okay. And the species Exdator. Autopsy. Well, it is rather fitting if you're studying fucking Kindred and your password for that particular study, or field of study, is autopsy. Any medical examination would basically be an autopsy because, well, they're dead. 4G. Please, let's delete it. And what was the code again? I already forgot. 7337. I really would wish you could stop doing that. Actually, don't kill him. I want to drain him. Don't kill him. Shit. Oh yeah, I remember seeing that, yeah. More or less in passing, because at this point I already had basically no interest in Bloodlines any longer, but yeah, I did remember him pointing out that there's basically, that Bloodlines 2 is basically dead end. To the point where even Paradox, and mind you, we're talking fucking Paradox, does not actually consider doing much in the way of DLC for it. And I've been on the Paradox train for a long while, and if Paradox tells you that game is not worth making DLC for, who? They don't really expect anything at that point. Jesus Christ. Holy baboli. The low blow. Because believe you me, I know. I have experienced very brutally. How? Brutally. Paradox likes to take stuff away from the people. Yeah, fresco barrel. Okay, we have done that. Find the paper outside of. There we go. Nice. We also talking the tabletop RPG. Well, let's be honest here. I do believe them. At this point in time, anything related, or well, anything related to the World of Darkness as a whole and Paradox should probably be buried. Yes. They should actually. They should just try to get rid of the IP, give it to somebody who actually wants to do something with that is hopefully something at least. Because it is obvious at this point that Paradox is not the right environment to work with that. Let's be quite frank here. There's just no... why is there never a nice lonely human around when I want one to suck on? Are you lonely? You seem lonely. Let's change that. Honestly, I had this opinion for quite a while actually. I do believe that at the end of the day Paradox would be better off just focusing on what they did good in the past, you know, creating actually good grand strategy games, good bases for what will become really great grand strategy games. That's really good. That is a point where I'm willing to give them money for DLC. If they give me a good basis, like Crusader Kings 2 for example was, like Victoria 2 was, and they're like, okay, here, look, you can get more, here's the DLC. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with the expansion, but just stay in your lane, basically. Jesus Christ. What was I doing? Yeah. Really not the kind of guy who can think things through, and what to say, you're kinda... I mean, it's not the most supernatural I've seen, but I see you're training hard. Or is that some stripper exercise? I see. That's fair. Paradox. Right, I was looking for the fucking phones, right. Where were the phones again? What went they out here? You're familiar with the lore and everything, and did you play the tabletop games? I will admit that I'm very rudimentary aware of the lore. I've kind of looked into it a little bit while I played this in the first time around, but apart from that I never had an opportunity to get into it deeper. I find it fascinating what I've read, but I would have definitely not claim myself to be an expert. I'm basically, you know, just yeah, visiting tourist is probably a good way of saying it. Look, payphones. Want them. But at least of the what I read in the few old books I had found via friends and other people, really interesting lore setting, I must admit. And I always wanted to dial into it and a little bit, you know, deeper, but the opportunity just never really arose, basically. What? Call the number! Is this not the right phone? Maybe. There's another phone here. Well, I mean, to be fair, I have not really dabbled much in pretty much any lore setting any deeper. I have some trivial knowledge of the Warhammer 40k because, well, I have a friend who's really, really into that. So, you know, that kind of, it's hard to avoid as a topic sometimes, but apart from that, there's always been something going on, and I never really found myself having enough time to really delve down as much as I wanted to, sadly. Well, you know. Well, this is also payphone, isn't it? Could I use your phone, please? No. Are there more phones? Is there any special phone? I had to pay phone outside to get... No, I was outside. Your favorite clan. Good question, actually. I do kinda dig the Tremere because blood magic is always awesome. It's kinda cute, you know, you're being a vampire and then you're like, well, fuck that, being vampire is not special enough, I want to be even more special. So I learned magic aside. And there's the whole... they're pretty cool. I do kinda like the Nosferatus because, well, mostly for gameplay reasons, to be fair, because they just play differently, because you're kinda... have to be way more aware. Nila Sombra. Actually, it reminds me, we're supposed to be hunting one of those, aren't we? Yes, we were. Yeah, let's go back. So. Have I missed something? La Sombra. Are you happy now?
That's the last of them. Let's get out.
Okay, I forgot to tell him to do this. Then Gangrel. Oh yeah, the Zimish. That is actually one of the names I was looking for. Zimish, yeah. Pretty awesome. Pretty out there, to be fair. Definitely not very compatible with the Masquerade. That everybody else is so hard at work at.
Will do. And thanks.
So that's kinda cute. I mean, this time I kinda just left it up to, you know, chat's decision, and chat has decided that adventure we shall be, so I was like, yeah, that's okay. I also will have to do another playthrough as a Nosferatu. It also has been paid for, so... still a bit to enjoy here. Hello?
Do you have Prince Albert in the can?
Well, better let him go, boss. You done real well bringing our boy back home. I got your info, hero.
That is actually... I can imagine them being quite more willing to step outside the, well, established borders. Although I've always been of the opinion the Masquerade does make a lot of sense, because, well, technically speaking, there just aren't that many vampires, and if humanity as a whole were to become aware of vampires, we'd fuck those motherfuckers into, well, the 12th century or whenever the fuck they last, you know, were coming. So I do kind of like this, you know, even, I mean, even the Anarchs and the Camarilla can at least both agree that, you know, the Masquerade makes sense. And then you have the Sabbath who goes like, well, fuck that shit. I do what I want. I do love it. Honestly, I do believe that there's, if you haven't already, there's indeed very, very much reason. Honestly, I heard this from someone a few years back, that apparently in the 80s and 90s at least, the World of Darkness lore was apparently really great shit. Really dark, really desperate, really, you know, it really brought the monsters around, lore-wise. If you haven't looked into the older shit, yeah, I would probably go, yeah, that's probably where I would start, because, yeah, sounds good.
The same information I gave your prince, I also traded to the Giovanni for a bit of juicy gossip.
Of course you
Both had
did.
an equal opportunity to take it. They just had a bit more initiative.
The Giovanni, you say.
If you're going to play jihad, you need to do.
I'm a fletchling. I'm allowed to be stupid. That's the whole
Power, and
point.
power has a price, but seeing as how I've already got what I want from them, I'll give you a freebie.
Although, to be fair, I do believe it would also be a really fun game, or you could at least make a, more a visual novel style thing, basically, but you could probably make a really nice story also playing as a bit of an elder vampire, you know, a bit of higher generational vampire. For once, I get why you're playing as, you know, basically a newborn baby, because, well, then you can explain away stuff like leveling mechanics in a game, so that makes sense. But sometimes, you know, jumpers, you just want to go with that nice little power trip that comes from being a bit higher up. Maybe being a, you know, one of the elders in the Camarilla, for example. That must be a pretty cushy position, you know, pushing down all the younglings.
Oh,
Tell me.
You're going to love this. They've got skeletons in their closet. Literally. I should have played the cat skills. Incest, organized crime, death cults. That's the Giovanni.
Sounds good.
Spaghetti and corpses, boss.
Oh, tell me a secret.
The Incaran sarcophagus isn't the only occult item they're hoarding.
You don't say.
I hear they've got a collection that'd make Aleister Crowley come back from the dead. That is, assuming he isn't already sitting on a shelf somewhere over there.
Fair point. Well, tell me where to find them.
Oh, I'll tell you. And if you're foolish enough to go there, well, don't say I didn't warn you, boss. They have a mansion in the city. I'll draw you a map. They're having a reunion. Anyone who isn't a Giovanni shouldn't get within 50 yards.
That sounds like a lot of opposition. Good.
You get 'em, boss. You give 'em one for Gary. If you should survive and ever need any information, come back and see me. I'm always here. And everywhere.
Yeah. It does kind of sometimes feel, and that is actually something I feel in many settings, that they're kinda, you know, somewhat watering down their own setting for some reason sometimes. I always like that about the La Sombra, you know, being like, you know, having that particular vampire aspect of not having a reflection. I kind of like that. It's cool. But it's cute. I don't really think that needs any edit to it. Just let it be, basically. Remember that. Well, and with that we have our next goal, eh? Oh boy. You know, after I haven't been here in like fucking 6 years or so, because, I mean, I played the game a little bit in the past 6 years, but usually, you know, just played a little bit in Santa Monica to feel the feeling again of the nice old game, then basically going back to, doing other things. But not a bad experience, mind you, not a bad experience at all. Indeed. A little La Sombras. Let me take a look though. Yeah. I think I'm going to sit here for a minute or two because, well, technically speaking, I'm already at my end time for today. Ugh. I had to wake up a little bit too early today, to be completely fair and honest, which means that by this point I'm actually getting sleepy again. Oh boy. Fair enough, fair enough. Speaking of another clan that is also rather of a split mind, there is the always fun and in danger to themselves and everybody around them Malkavian. I remember the first time I played a Malkavian in this game, man, that was a fucking amazing journey. I do love the Malkavians sometimes. Like, yes, the voices. The voices speak a lot. The voices speak a lot of truth sometimes even. The problem is, Try to get that particular truth out of a Malkavian. In a reasonable fashion. Maybe that's actually the answer. Maybe that's that they all just want connected brain network, and that's why they have so much difficulty bringing any sense and reason into their sentencing. Although that's that isn't to say that there aren't any really awesome little Malkavians. I mean, in this game we have the primogen of the Malkavians, Dr. Grouch. I really do love listening to his little tapes while you're walking through this mansion. One thing, guy has a very pleasant voice for, you know, going through the stuff, and that the way he's just so articulate. The whole time you have a little image of your fucking Malkavian, you know, in this fucking pimp outfit dancing in your head, and you listen to this guy. It's one of those moments where you just go like, yep. How did he formulate it again? That his particular strain of vampirism isn't the most forward or something, the King's English or something. Great. The tapes that you can listen to during the Traveler, really greatly made, honestly. The game has so much little charmful things for itself, which I do find still, after fucking 20 years, rather enjoyable. I think I will take a few more drags off the pipe, and then I will slowly but surely excuse myself. Yeah, genau, exactly. Vanguard of the King's English. That alone is a sort of sentence I would never expect coming out of a Malkavian. Malkavians are kind of special, aren't they? But who knows? And then again, to be fair, by the end he did get kind of paranoid. But then again, you know, is it really paranoia if somebody's actually after you? I mean, in his case, it seems the voices were actually pretty fucking right. They want him, and he got murdered, so... Oh, point taken. Listen to the voices more often. But to the way he just yeah. Welcome back, strategy. You just caught me while I'm, you know, calming down, and I'm about to excuse myself for the evening, because I had to wake up relatively early today, and that is for my feelings rather late at this point. Because I do kinda, you know, because the next good big thing we're gonna do is the Giovanni thing, and I do kinda wanna be somewhat more awake when I do that. So I don't remember fuck all how to go through that particular area. I mean, to be fair, you know, if you have all of these nice clan systems, and so basically you can expect certain things from certain clans, and imagine how strange an experience it would be for everyone to encounter an seemingly sane Malkavian. It must be one hell of a shocking moment, like, what the fuck, you're a Malkavian? Nah, man. Nah. It would be a rather interesting experience. I can see it. That would indeed, especially because, you know, the Kindred are paranoia as fuck anyways. You know, with the whole Camarilla and Anarch thing and all the other nonsense that's going on, they're already paranoid. Yeah, it would probably drive them rather up the trees with paranoia. A good idea. I support it. You have my absolute blessing for that particular idea. Good times, good times. Good times indeed. Now, the last time. For today at least, and then I need to prepare some things tomorrow. I do have a nice little interview next week that I would rather be somewhat prepared for, so I will have to somewhat switch that into my daily method. I haven't really planned it out yet, but I think I will start working on that tomorrow. Jesus. As for my plan for the next few days, I've actually worked this out a little bit. And for once, so long as the internet actually lets me, I think we will actually do it. Since we have 2 playthroughs of this particular game we will have to do anyways, this one we're doing right now, and the next one we have to do as a Nosferatu, paid for and sponsored by Strategy himself, of course. And as I promised, I will come through on that. That it would be, yeah. I mean, it's a government job. There's nothing more relaxed than a government job. And I still get, I basically can stroll down the street rather relaxedly and stuff. So that's not a bad deal for me, honestly. And the best thing is, I only have to work like, I think they wrote it out for like 20 hours a week. I would still earn basically the same as I would get in an entry position in my last job. Like, okay, I get more benefits, I get half the work time, and I earn basically the same amount of money. Are you fucking kidding me? Of course I'm going to fucking go like, yeah, please. If you want me to sit down for 4 weeks and learn fucking parking laws, I'll do it. Doesn't sound interesting, but I'll do it with a fucking smile, if that's the end result. And half the time working means more time streaming. But well, back to my plan, before I forget about it. So we are going to basically rush this particular playthrough, and I mean we are pretty deep in. Next we're going to do Giovanni, so yeah, we are pretty deep in, put it mildly. So it shouldn't take us that long to finish that. So in the next few days, in our afternoon, evening time, as usual, we'll just play a little bit more vampires. Also, it's because I'm really in the mood for it at the moment, to be fair. Then we're gonna take a short break to play the next Class of 09, also sponsored by Strategy, mind you. So that we have that as well done. By that time, I hopefully also have grinded enough in years that I satisfy myself and feel safe when beating the last 2 bosses. Hopefully. Because I do remember at least the last boss was a bit of a bitch, especially with the... Yeah, I remember that attack. But there's that. And after we have, some... Let it, rest a week or so, we'll start our little Nosferatu playthrough. I do believe that is a pretty good system. Because, I don't really want to, play this like in one long... when basically everybody has just seen all the quests and all the stuff. So I'm gonna slap that on a little bit later. But that it, stays somewhat interesting for everybody involved. And by that time, I don't even know how fucking far in the future we will be, so I'm not gonna make any fucking divinations about what the fuck we're gonna do then. We're always gonna find something. There's a very good chance. I don't give you a clue to it. No, actually, no, they're actually just, as I understood it, what they care about, and that is very German of them, is of course the precise procedure. So you can't just, go there, look like, okay, he's parking shitty, and then write him a ticket. No, you have to actually take a photo and write a statement that we then can use in front of a court of law, potentially. It's rather involved of a process. Now, since potentially speaking, you could also then be called upon such court of law and have to then defend your statement for why the fuck you gave that motherfucker a ticket, you would actually have to know somewhat of the law. Which is why you get basically a 4-week, okay, not even that, no, you get a 6-week basic course just in law. Because the rest is pretty easy. The rest is you go out there, you go like, okay, listen, you get this area for today, these are your streets, walk down them, you write people up. Which is pretty neat. And of course, since no matter how you look at it, this is still a government employment, so technically speaking, from there, depending on how well you play your cards, there's always going to be an option to, get some further training, get some further qualifications, so you can, rise from, bottom bitch to above bottom bitch to maybe even comfy office job at some point. No matter what, you can then write into your curriculum vitae that you have at one point worked for the government, and that is always going to be, yeah, they have nice titles. Let's just say it comes over really well if somebody goes through what you've done in your fucking life. They're going to be like, you have been the commissioner for the government in outside duty or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't even fucking remember the job title off the top of my head. I don't know in English, but it's a long job title. Gonna look really snazzy there. Well, depends a bit on if I get the job. But hey, I mean, you know, why should I be negative about this? Eh? If I go in an interview and already thinking to myself like, well, what's the point of me being here? Well, I can tell you, that's a good way to not ever get a job. I'm just gonna go in there, you know, all smiley, happy, going like, yay, I really want to do this, people. Look, I'm awesome at what I'm doing. Look at my past experience, I'm sure I can use those. Well, enough rambling about that particular nonsense. Pretty sure I explained my plan for the moment, so the plan should stay like this, so you're gonna see a bit more of this, and then we'll mix it up again a little bit later. I mean, we're getting kind of close to the finale here. Once you're at the Giovanni's, it's not that far any longer, let's just say. Just good. A short break, some other things in between, some more madness, Mighty Class of 09, and then Nosferatu with a bit of time in between to, you know, let the memories fly, basically. But yes, for the moment, I think I will actually have to excuse myself, bid everybody adieu, and all of that good nonsense, as I am actually getting terribly tired. To be fair, I've been awake since like 4 in the morning, so I am probably allowed to get tired at this point. I'm probably gonna, you know, see if any new anime episode is out, so I can watch one, and then I can politely fall into bed and hopefully get lots and lots of shit done tomorrow. With that said, let us do the usual honors, of course, as is only good in prepare. Starting with the easily mentionable ones, which will be led in by strategy, of course. Coming by at first, went away, coming back, went away, coming back. He does that sometimes. Active little one, isn't he? And we had little Terry coming by and doing his usual two-liner, which is, well, it's either this particular two-liner, or one-liner, or water spam. Or what single water. Technically speaking, Terry has evolved. He has found the single water as a method, so that's something new. Then we had a little new face, a little Cold Moon, dropping by for some good old vampire talk. Always appreciated, of course. And I do believe that is everybody I can easily mention. So everybody else on the more lurking side, do feel appreciated as well. Pat yourself on the shoulder for a job well done indeed. And god damn it. I do hope to see you all again soon. Was what I was about to say, but then I was rudely interrupted.